Today I'm going to show you how to replace the loudspeaker on your iPhone 6 Plus. If you want to see any of the other repair videos, go ahead and click the links in the front of this one. To get to the loudspeaker on your iPhone 6 Plus, we're going to go underneath the screen. Grab your pentalobe screwdriver and take out the bottom two screws. If you need any tools or parts for this project, go ahead and look in the video description below. I'll have everything linked for you there. Grab your suction cup and lift up on the screen a little bit, just so you can slide your pry tool underneath. And then pry up on the edge of the screen, which is where the frame is, and then also the frame of the phone. You don't want to put any pressure on the screen or else you're going to bend it or break it, and that's a more expensive repair if you end up breaking that. Don't bend the screen past 90 degrees or else you'll hurt the ribbon cables underneath this metal plate. Take off those 5 screws, remove the plate, and then you're going to unsnap each of these little ribbon cables. You don't technically have to take off the screen for this repair, but it does make it easier because any twist of the screen would damage these cables. So you want to be gentle with it. Set the screen off to the side, and then you have the 3 screws on the little metal parts next to the battery. Then you can remove the top metal plate, unclip the battery from the rest of the phone, and then lift up the little ribbon cable because there's another screw hiding underneath there. Once you remove that screw, it's attached to the vibrating motor. Unclip the little wire cable and then the vibrating motor slips up. You can pull the wire cable out from the vibrating motor. It's got a little slot right there. You can see the vibrating motor here. It's got the 2 little connection points that just clip down onto the wire cable that goes down to the charging port. Keep on lifting that wire cable out from the loudspeaker. 2 screws down there at the bottom of the loudspeaker. And then once those are out, it frees the loudspeaker to come away from the phone. Pretty straightforward. So this is how you take out the loudspeaker. You can clean it out if there's ever any metal shavings or if it's been water damaged. There's 2 contact points that go onto the charging port cable. So if you replace the loudspeaker and it still doesn't work, you might need to replace the charging port cable as well. Anyway, I got that metal bracket back onto the loudspeaker. And then I'm putting the wire cable in between the metal bracket and the loudspeaker itself so it never gets damaged by the battery. Screwing in the screw at the corner of the battery, and then also at the corner of the loudspeaker, down there in the other corner of the phone. Pinching the wire cable into the vibrating motor, getting that one hidden screw put back in, clipping down the ribbon cable, clipping down the wire cable, and then making sure it's completely clipped into place or else you'll have interference later on, and then clipping on the battery. Once the battery's clipped in, you can put on that top metal plate and the bottom screw for the vibrating motor. Then you have the screen. Make sure you're super careful with these connections as you pinch them back into place. If any of the connections aren't fully seated onto the main board, you're going to have lines running through your screen. If that happens, go ahead and turn off your phone again, lift up the screen, and then reseat the cables. That's usually how you fix the lines. So I'm just kind of putting them over the top of the connection and then pressing down, treating them like Legos, pushing them down all the way, making sure they're secure. Folded down the screen and then turned on the phone just to make sure there was no lines. Now I'm going to turn off the phone again because you definitely don't want to work on it while it's not seated down onto the frame. Now that I know there's no lines, I can go ahead and get these 5 screws back in, and then there's some grooves along the top of the screen. You want to press that into the frame. Make sure it's flush and secure, and then you can run your fingers down along the edge of the phone, pressing that down into the back of the frame as well. Just be super careful, the screens are very fragile, especially with a phone this big. You do risk breaking it if you press too hard or in the wrong place. Make sure you stick around the frame of the phone. Get those bottom 2 pentalobe screws back in and you are set. If you have any questions, make sure to leave them in the comments below. Don't forget to like if this video helped you, and don't forget to subscribe. It does mean a lot to me. And don't forget to check out my Instagram. I think it's pretty fun. Thanks a ton for watching. Hope to see you around.